Hey everybody, Untitled Chapter here once more, and today I'll be walking you guys through a how to stream video for Twitch. Essentially, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get started, how to hit that go live button with the best settings possible for you guys. This way, you guys can stream on Twitch and whatever platform you're going to be on and have the best possible performance for your stream. Just know that these are kind of the base requirements that I would set for myself. And of course, if you guys have the hardware, because the hardware is kind of hard to acquire, it'll be better for you guys. The better hardware we got, the better you can do. Like I said, we're going to get started right now. This is How to Stream by LIQUIDSTRIFER. First and foremost, to get started on Twitch, you're going to want to get a PC. Any PC you can acquire. Whichever one you can get, it's the one you're going to be working with. But I'm going to tell you guys what I would recommend you guys have as your specs. So for streaming, to meet all the requirements that I'm going to be presenting to you guys in the settings and all that good stuff, for the CPU, you're going to want to have a 6-core or higher. I'd say a 6-core or higher because streaming is such a difficult thing to do for the PC that, you know, the more cores you have, the better it is for your performance and the better it is for the quality of your stream. So any 6-core or higher, I would recommend. You can do it with a 4-core. It's possible, but you're going to need a GPU that's really powerful and or has the NVENC encoding option built into it. I'm going to talk to you guys about that right now. So 6 cores, if you guys can. More is better. More is always better for, you know, the cores of the CPU. And of course, if you have a 4-core, it's possible if you have a specific GPU. And I'll tell you guys about that right now. So for your GPU, you're going to want an NVIDIA 1660 or better because of the fact it's got NVENC. NVENC is a revolutionary tool given to us by NVIDIA that allows us to stream and encode right off the GPU. The GPU is your graphics card, so the less strain we can put in our CPU, the better, you know, your stream will perform and the better your quality will be. Of course, alongside the fact that you wouldn't have to worry about getting a super strong CPU because the 1660 GPUs aren't that expensive. They're roughly in the late $180 range-ish, if you can find one. And of course, I say the 1660 because from the 1660 to the 2080 Super to the 3090, all of these GPUs have the same Turing NVENC encoding engine built into them. NVENC is the encoder inside of these GPUs, and from the 1660 all the way to the latest and greatest 3090, they all have the same one. So improving the quality of your stream isn't so much tied directly to the GPU, because like I said, this lower end 1660 or this mid-range 1660 can actually get the job done. So that's what I recommend for your GPUs. For RAM, like I said, this is a very intensive task. You're going to want at least 16 gigabytes of RAM. And as for specifics of the clock speed, try to have 3200 megahertz. Just because that's fast, that's a decent and good speed for RAM. And the faster your RAM is, the faster you can move around your resources. And of course, you won't be slowing down your stream and your stream performing just fine. So 16 gigabytes always is what I'd recommend. 8, you can do it, but it won't be a good time. 16 gigabytes of RAM allows you to have enough resources for your games and your stream. This way, you won't be bottlenecking yourself because of your RAM. 16 gigabytes is also super cheap nowadays. It's super tenable, and I definitely recommend going for 16. If you can get a higher than 16, that's fine. 16 gigabytes. You got it. For the camera, I'd recommend getting a webcam of your choice, whatever you can acquire. Some people say that you don't need a webcam, but I've already talked about this. It's been proven that you have a better chance of connecting with your viewers more if you actually genuinely have a webcam. This way your viewers have a friendly face they can get to know. They have a face behind the voice. Obviously the voice is there, and people have the ability to connect with you more. So please get a webcam. Don't be one of those scuffed streamers who don't have a webcam. Don't be those guys. So my recommendation for the webcam was to go for the Logitech C920. The C920 is a very, very precise camera because it can stream, or you can record at 720, 60 FPS, and that's perfectly great for what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to accomplish a good stream with good settings, with good hardware. That's what we're going for. And a Logitech C920 and or better, or C922, C921. I don't know. There's so many C920 variants nowadays. As long as it's C920 or better, it's gonna be good for you guys. Go for C920. That's my webcam of choice to recommend to you guys. And yeah, those are the specs. 6-core or higher, 6060 or better, 60 gigabytes of RAM, and a webcam of your choice. So now that you got your PC, right? You've got your PC. You're looking at what platform to pick now. When I say platform, I'm talking about what streaming engine you're going to be using or what streaming program you're going to be using. The most popular in the world is Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs OBS is very good. It's very feature heavy, but it does require a little more strain and a little more tuning than the others. I would say that Streamlabs OBS is the most resource hungry one, but it is my favorite. So Streamlabs OBS. Another one is OBS/OBS Studio. These are the classics. These are good. They can get the job done for you. They're very powerful, very reliable. They almost have the same settings as the Streamlabs. OBS/OBS Studio is very reliable. It's old school. It's the classic superstar of the show. Go for that one if you feel like Streamlabs OBS isn't working out for you. But I try out Streamlabs first. For another one is Stream Elements. Stream Elements is or OBS.live. It is super incredible because it doesn't so much as strain your PC because everything is done online. Stream Elements or OBS.live is super reliable. It can get the job done. You don't need to require to have a super powerful PC. You just need really good internet with Stream Elements. So Stream Elements is great for people who have great internet. It's online based. You do encode the CPU, but it's not as heavy as the others. OBS/OBS Studio is a tried and true program. It's been around for a very long time. It's been there since the beginning. It's got a lot of customization to it. I'm a big fan of that. Go for that one if you want the classic. It always works for the most part. And then Streamlabs is kind of the new one to the game. It is feature heavy. Like there's a lot of features available for it because a lot of add-ons are thrown into it. But it is kind of clunky at times. And it does blue screen my PC here and there. So choose the one you want to use. In this case, for these settings, I'm going to be using Streamlabs OBS. But the settings are kind of the same for Streamlabs OBS and OBS/OBS Studio. They work just fine. You can intertwine the settings for each one. All right. Next up, we're going to get to the stream settings and what I recommend to do for each tier and or option inside of the settings tab. So now that you've chosen your platform, now that you've got your PC, we're going to get started with the settings tuning. In this case, we're going to be going into the settings tab. You're going to choose output first. For the output section, you're going to want to change the output mode to advanced. This will unlock all the features that I'm going to be mentioning to you right now. For the encoding option, remember I mentioned this back when we were talking about hardware. If you have an NVIDIA GPU that is a 1660 or better, choose hardware NVENC new. Just because it does release a lot of strain from your CPU. Your CPU won't be as strained. The encoding will be done by your GPU. Your CPU will be free to do other things, such as sending the stream over to Twitch, Facebook Gaming, whatever platform you're streaming to, okay? Use hardware NVENC if you have a 1660 or higher. Like I said, that is my recommendation. If you don't have an NVENC based GPU, let's say you have an AMD GPU, that's fine. You can use Software X264. This one is very strenuous on the CPU. If you have a 6-core or higher, this will work out for you. You're going to want to set that setting to X264. Just know that please do so if you have 6 cores or higher. Your life will suck if you don't. So for the CPU in that recommendation, I'm going to make a quick one. AMD Zen Plus, which is the AMD 2000 series, it would be best bet, like an AMD Ryzen 5 2600 or higher is something I would go for. That's 6 cores, 12 threads. That's going to perform great. Okay, anything newer than that. For the Intel side, it's really, really hard to go anything lower than the i7 8700K from Intel. These two chips are both 6 cores and 12 threads. You're gonna want that thread. You're gonna want those threads there for you, because this is a multi-threaded application. You're gonna want. I'm talking very lingo, very much nerd lingo, but you're gonna need to pay attention to this. An 8700K has 6 cores. Ryzen 5 2600 has 6 cores. You want 6 cores. I cannot build that into your heads even better than that, because you guys need that. You guys need 6 cores. It's so important. Now that you've chosen your software X264 for the bit rate, for 720 60 FPS for the bit rate, you're gonna want to set it to 4500. 4500 is the minimum to have a decent looking stream for 720 60 FPS. You're probably gonna be in the comment section saying, Strifer, I want to stream at 1080p 60. Don't. For the actuality for 1080p 60 is that you don't have the bit rate needed to stream decently at those levels. Where this is our first stream, you're not a partner yet. What are you doing? Stream at 720 60 FPS. Make sure the bitrate is at 4500. If you have better internet, because the bitrate is directly tied to your upload speed. So the better your upload speed is, not the download speed, not the 300 megabits per second. Look at the other number, the upload speed. The better it is you have, the more you can push the bitrate higher. But there's no reason to push the bitrate higher. If you're streaming at 720 60, 4500 is great. Go to 5000 if you have the better internet for that. So yeah, for bitrate, 4500 for 720 60 FPS. If you want to go for 1080p, you're gonna need at least like 7,000 to 8,000. Partner streamers can go beyond 6,000. Us regular streamers that are not partners only go to 6,000, and that doesn't allow a 1080p 60 FPS stream to look decent at all. So bitrate tied to 4500 and or better depending on your internet upload speed. For the keyframe interval, set it to 2. This is how it works. For the preset, if you enabled the CPU or the X264 software encoding, you're going to want to set it to fast. Only because that's going to allow the CPU to perform really well, and your stream won't be bogged down by other components of the stream itself. You remember, your CPU is going to be processing your games, and it's going to be processing the stream. If you set it to fast, the stream aspect won't waste too many resources. Your percentage of the CPU will be a lot lower, as a matter of fact, and allowing you to have a better gaming experience for yourself, and you won't be stuttering on stream. But remember, only do this if you have a 6-core. I'm going to be saying this all over again. 6-core CPUs, get them. If you have a higher core count system, like let's say you have like a Zen 3 based chip. Actually, if you have a Zen 3 chip or AMD 5000 CPUs, you can actually push to medium. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can choose a medium preset for the CPU. Remember, this is for software X264. You won't be seeing this setting if you have the NVIDIA encoding option. Set to medium if you have an 8-core or higher, and if the game you're playing isn't too strenuous. If you have like a Ryzen 7 3900X, not actually Ryzen 9, the Ryzen 9 3900X, that's a 12-core chip. You can actually set it to the medium preset and you'll be just fine. So I'm pretty sure you guys are noticing that I'm talking a lot about the AMD chips. That's only because the Intel chips won't push as hard, or they'll be struggling just a little bit unless you have like a 9900K with 8 cores, 16 threads. That's the only time I'd actually recommend choosing medium. But at this point, AMD has the crown for multi-core performance. Now, if you are using an NVIDIA GPU and you are using NVIDIA new hardware, you can set it to performance. Set it to performance. You're going to be tempted to set it to quality, but let's not waste resources for no reason. The performance section for the preset, if you have a GPU using NVIDIA encoding, is perfect. It works great. It looks great. There's no reason to tune with it. If you have more RAM, this is actually more RAM heavy. If you have 32 gigabytes of RAM, push for quality. but there's absolutely no reason for you to be going beyond the performance option for the preset of your GPU's performance. So that'll be it for the output tab in the settings for your OBS or Streamlabs OBS. Next up, we're going to be choosing the video tab. So click on the video tab, and we're going to be tuning some quick things here. The hardest one to set up was the output mode. Video tab will be a lot easier than the other ones, I promise you. For the video tab, for your canvas, set it to whatever resolution that your monitor is. If your monitor is 1080p, set it to 1080p. This is pretty much the canvas, so you'll be able to work with essentially the screen. Like right here, if you look at this canvas is actually my canvas. It's at 2560 and 1440p. I believe that's what it says right there. Yeah. If you have a monitor that's 1080p, set it to 1080p. Don't push higher for no reason. I don't think it will allow you to push harder, but this has little to no effect on the actual stream performance. If it does have any effect, it's very minimum. This is just whatever is being captured for the stream. It's going to get reprocessed through the output or scaled resolution. The canvas is just for your, workspace, or think of it as your canvas, like an artist canvas. Yeah, set that to whatever your monitor's resolution is. For the output, this is what's actually going to be streamed to whatever platform you're working on. Set it to 1280 by 720. Like I said, we're streaming at 720, 60 FPS, right? We're actually setting that setting right now. Setting that setting. We're actually creating that setting right now. For the FPS type, you're going to want to put common FPS values, because we're not going to be doing those weirdo 49 FPS. I don't know what the hell people do. So for common FPS values, set it to 60. Why? 720p, 60 FPS, okay? So once more, canvas, set it to your monitor's resolution. Output or scaled, set it to 1280 by or X 720. The common FPS value, set it to 60. That's it for the video tab. So for the audio that we're going to be fixing right now, you actually don't do it in the settings tab. You're going to have to go to the little bottom section that says mixer. Go to the mixer section right there, and you should be able to find a setting or option that says mic audio. Click on the little cog wheel or the little setting button. Hit that button, then click properties. And then right here in properties, you choose the microphone that you have available. Choose it right there, and then press done. And then after that, as far as audio goes, I actually don't want to go too in-depth on audio because there's so many different microphones out there. I'll be here all day trying to set up your microphones. But for the most part, a common practice to do is to move the little knob controlling your dB level or your decibels level. Lower it just a little bit to where when you're talking, you're hitting the green and yellow. You're just peeking at the yellow section of the audio. Look at the levels of your audio. Make sure it's at the green and yellow. It's barely tapping the yellow. If it's tapping red, you're too loud, and it's gonna be pretty annoying on stream. For production quality or productions in general, audio is literally the most important thing. If you don't get audio correct, or if it's horribly set up, I don't care how good your stream is, I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave. It's that simple. If you guys actually want a more in-depth section on how to set up your microphone, comment down below if you guys want to see that, and type in your microphones. I can know what else I can plan for you guys. Yeah, audio is simple. Choose your microphone in the properties tab of the mixer, and you're done. Now we're gonna hit the peak of this whole video. This is the scenes setup section. For most videos or for most streams have a gaming section and a chatting section. Some people have a BRB screen, some people have a starting soon screen, an ending stream screen. Some people have I don't know, people have so many different kinds of options. So we're going to walk through the scenes setup. We're going to create 2 scenes that I'm going to be walking you through. The other ones you choose at your own discretion. I'm not going to be here. I'm not your dad. Don't wait for me to tell you whatever to do. As far as the gaming one, you're going to add a section titled like gaming or something that you know. So when you click on it, you'll know what you're working with. And we're calling this the game screen. This is the screen that's going to capture your gameplay. This is the meat of your stream. Let's do this right. So for this stream, the gaming section of your scene, you're going to add a video capture device. In this case, it's your webcam. Let's add the webcam first. Make sure that the webcam itself that you add doesn't take up 1/4 of the screen. We don't want to be too big. Let's not do that. Let's work in the confines of our quality of the setup. Okay, so don't take it more than 1/4. A quick tip that I like to do is that when you are setting up this camera, quickly right click on the actual video capture device. Make sure you choose properties and choose the option that says deactivate when not in use. This will save you resources in case you were switching to other scenes. This way the camera will turn on and off depending on your needs, or you won't have multiple instances of your camera on between scenes in itself, saving performance and improving the quality of your streams. Next up, we're gonna add an alerts box. In this case, add the alerts box. Put it somewhere that's like not in your face, somewhere in the upper left or upper right. This way, people will know, and it will capture the attention of your viewers whenever a follow occurs. Follow, raid, sub, so on. Make sure that you tune the main ones: follow, sub, and let's follow, sub. Oh yeah, raids. you want it for the common practice for alerts is that you set a GIF. I say GIF. I don't care what you say. GIF. Set the GIF for the setting or the option that's going to pop off for your alert box. If you have like a follow, for me, I put like a little scene that happens where it's like a little graphic that's like opening up that has the name of the viewer. Put the name of the viewer in there, and a little notification sound that says, "Hey, thanks for following." Add something that fits your style of your stream. So now you have your video and your alert box for your game screen. It actually depends on the game that you're playing. Most esports titles work best with the game capture setting. The game capture setting is kind of the best option for games like Fortnite, Rocket League, Minecraft. Depending on the game that you're playing, you can first try the game capture scene, and you can add that to your game scene. That's what I would recommend doing. If game capture doesn't work, or if the game is too obscure or too indie, you can always use screen capture. That always works, but game capture is kind of the go-to one. It actually doesn't eat up too many resources as screen capture. Last but not least, if you want to add a chat box, choose the add chat box option. For streams, you always want to make sure that you can actually drag your little tidbits or sources of the scenes up and down. You want your game screen to be at the very bottom so that things can be on top of them. If you have things that are added into your scene but you're not seeing them, they're probably hidden. Make sure you add your stuff. So yeah, make sure for your game scene, add your webcam, add your alerts box, add your game capture or screen capture, and of course, add your chat box so you can see your chat on stream. If you want to, you can go for that. Common practice, don't put it in the damn middle of your stream, the chat box. Put it in the left or the right. This way, your viewers can actually see the chats come out on stream, and it won't be in the weirdest position like blocking the reticle of a headshot or something, okay? Make sure that your sources are as follows. The game screen, you want it at the very bottom. You want your alerts at the same level as your camera. At the very top, if you want your chat box there, put it somewhere. Up to you. So that was the gaming scene or game capture scene. For the next one, I'd recommend having a chatting scene or an intermission stream because you want to have a point of interaction for yourself and your viewers. Sometimes just chatting is a very powerful game category on Twitch. Make sure you have a just chatting screen so you can actually utilize that. And of course, it's another thing to look at where you can become the centerpiece of your stream. So for the just chatting section, It's actually very simple, a lot simpler than the game capture one or gaming scene. You're going to want to add, of course, your webcam. This way, obviously, your viewers can see you. You also want to make sure that the webcam is actually bigger in your just chatting screen versus your gaming scene, because in your just chatting scene, you're the center of attention, not so much the game. This is also super important that you also have a chat box somewhere nearby. Put your chat box nearby you. This way, your viewers know that you're chatting with them, you're reading the chat, and you're interacting perfectly with them, okay? So for just chatting, just add a webcam, add your chatting, and of course, the alert box, add it anywhere you want. I recommend putting it somewhere that isn't near your webcam. This way, when an alert does happen, you can see it on stream, people see it on stream, and you'll be blocking it yourself, okay? So do it as follows. Put your webcam at the bottom, then your chat box, then your alerts in the source list. As for the BRB, ending stream, starting stream, whatever other scenes that you may think of, add them at your own discretion. For my case, I have a starting scene screen. I have a be right back screen because I take plenty of restroom breaks because the people keep making me drink water on stream with their points and whatnot. And of course, in any stream, this way my viewers do know when I'm actually signing off and I'm preparing for a raid. You choose, it's your stream. I'm not here to tell you everything. You decide, pick something. So now that we have all the settings set up for you, right? Now that we have all the tabs, all the scenes, the resolution set up, you have your PC, everything's ready to go. Press the go live button. This is your chance to go live on whatever platform you choose. The first thing you're going to do is hit that go live button, and when I actually go live that instant, it's going to give you a couple settings to choose from. In this case, for the title of your stream, choose whatever title you'd like. Please, 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 do not put a stupid title like, oh, worst gamer ever, or oh, do you want to see me suck, or just put something that's captivating, inspiring, or something. Don't put some weird stuff like that, like I suck at gaming. Have some confidence. Believe in yourself, like I believe in you. Next up, you're going to choose your game category. Please choose your game category. There's a lot of idiots out there that don't pick the game category. They're playing a game like Call of Duty, and they're in they're in limbo. You're losing potential viewers that are looking for that specific game. Choose a game category. Don't be an idiot. As for tags, choose them as you feel fit. You have the option to choose whatever tags you want. If you're playing with viewers, put the playing with viewers tag. You choose. This is your stream. Every stream could be different. It could be the same every single time. Add them as you wish. Another quick tip that I just thought about right now is that please enable performance mode on your streams. This will literally shave off CPU strain by like 25%. I'm not even kidding. Enable performance mode. It's going to turn off your stream preview, but your stream will perform so much better and your viewers will thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any ideas, hints, or if you guys want to make corrections and or feel as though I helped you, let me know in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this video. If you guys want to also see a video all about audio and how to set up audio in your OBS settings, you guys can always let me know in the comment section down below. My name is LIQUIDSTRIFER. I stream Tuesdays through Thursdays. I may have like a Friday stream here and there. Now you guys can come by and see how I do my stream setup as my settings and whatnot. Stop on by twitch.tv/LIQUIDSTRIFER. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe on to this channel. We're doing a lot of great things. Thank you so much for stopping on by. This was How to Stream on Twitch by LIQUIDSTRIFER. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one.